Iron Lords podcast. And we are live. Iron Lord Podcast, lordsofgaming.net, Lord Cognito here with the legendary Eric Chahi of Another World Frame. This is a legend in the game. And right now we are debuting Paper Beast VR. And we have Lord Gene giving it the PSVR full treatment as he's going through it. This is absolutely awesome what we're seeing right here, right now. Again, it's Eric Chahi's studio. This looks really cool. The environmental looks really cool. I don't know what that is. I wish I was experiencing it like Gene is experiencing it. But whatever it is, it looks cool. And one thing about Eric Chahi, he makes some very cool world designs. So this is going to be very cool to ask Gene when he's done with this experience, how his experience has gone. And if I could ask the legend a question while we're talking. So what's going on at this point, Eric? What's happening right now?
Well, it's the beginning of the adventure. Mm-hmm. And so in this game, you discover an artificial world, but it's a wide world field of wildlife.
Okay,
so
like
we
wildlife.
Discover animals.
Wow.
But very curious animals and exotic animals that have their own behavior. And the player is the first explorer of this world.
Okay.
Which is born out of the data of the internet. So it is an artificial world and a simulation.
Nice.
But no one see it before.
Okay.
So it's you can see the sky. And there is the cloud.
Yeah.
It's literally the cloud with this letter.
Yeah, I see the clouds, yeah. So again, a simulated world, artificial world. You're the first person to discover.
Yes.
And you're now in this world. And what we're seeing different types of wildlife, different types of creatures.
Exactly.
Okay.
And each creature has its own personality. And you see this one is little insect.
Yeah, he's a little aggressive.
He wants to catch the recorder.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
And the key thing is that this game is built on the top of a simulation.
Okay.
So you can see the creature walking, for example. They walk by algorithm.
Oh, wow.
So it means that every footstep, every motion is adapted in real time to what is happening and the terrain and any action for the player or other animals. You can see if your friend just grab this creature and it adapts immediately to its motion.
Wow. And this is so. There's a lot of algorithm going on here with this game.
Yeah, we worked 4 years on this game.
4 years.
And the first years was to design the locomotion system.
Oh, nice. So 4 years of development in this game, and right now, as far as I know you said he goes to discover worlds. Are there other worlds we can discover also in this game? Well, this is the initial world right now that the player is going to be immersed in.
What you're seeing now is the first area in this world, and each area has a different ambience and different mood or pacing. There is very strange event that's happening in this world, and we will see one soon.
Okay. That's cool. I like that the world has different varied areas, and it just feels like a sense of discovery, finding things out in these different areas, these different varied parts of this world. That's it.
And yes, and there is a story.
Okay. That was my next question. That was my next question.
But like Another World.
Touching my heart now. Like Another World?
Like Another World.
Okay.
There is no world. The whole story is here by the behavior of the animals and what is happening in this world.
Okay.
So there is no text, no word, something really pure
Awesome.
And that touch really directly the heart of the player.
That is one of, I feel, in my opinion, your staples. Because one of the things that I feel that makes games like this great is that you don't give a lot of clue. Like the player learns about the game through the environment, and I love that level of immersive storytelling. And the fact that you said that Another World has that aspect, as also with Paper Beast, warms my heart. And I'm new to VR, but that would get me to play a VR. That sense of discovery, because that's what games like Another World. That was why I gravitate towards it.
So the creature is now get catched by this kind of tentacle.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to release it.
Right. How's that control, G? He's liking it. He's digging it.
This creature, this giant creature, is really attached to the player.
Mm-hmm. What is going on?
A sinkhole.
Wow, we got a sinkhole developing right now in Paper Beast. Wow, and you see the smoke effect and stuff coming up. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. The particle effects are outstanding, by the way.
Yeah, it's made of physics.
Mm-hmm.
All system is based on physics. So we use the physics for everything, for gameplay, but also to create the universe. So these particles are the same kind of physics that is on creature. So we have a chaotic layer choice that emotionally is very intense, as you can
very
see.
intense. Like I said, that looks absolutely amazing. My question is, as far as the engine itself that you're using for the game, is this a created engine that you guys use, or is it based on something else like a Unity or an Unreal?
We used Unity, but we developed our engine inside. Yes.
I can tell. Because again, the part it looks absolutely amazing. Each individual particle, almost like a windstorm, a sandstorm.
Yeah, and there is the audio. We had during 3 years, 3 people worked on the audio, and the audio is just super precise, and you can hear everything around you. And yeah,
that's awesome, man. That's all very immersive. So, what would you say, being that working on a VR title, are these are the things that kind of allow you to enhance immersion? Is that what it draws you to VR?
Yes, it's a new level of immersion because you really feel the size of objects.
Yes.
And it's more intuitive when you interact physically with something. You can really feel it. For example, here when you grab something, you can feel the weight because there is a kind of
resistance, maybe? Yes. Okay, I got you. And again, these are things that only VR can afford you, as opposed to a traditional experience.
Yeah. And okay, this character is funny. You can see the physics of the fur, and so you can.
Oh my God.
And this creature dig the sound.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is Lord Eric Chahi. This is what we're calling the Soundbox, right?
Yes. This is, I could play the Sandbox also, but I think
it's good that he'll have him direct.
Yes.
Direct him. That's awesome.
In the Sandbox, it's a free place to experiment with all everything we discover in the adventure.
Okay.
Like a creature or object. Some of them you can get it into the Sandbox.
Wow.
And some are only unique for the Sandbox too.
Okay.
For example, here you can edit the terrain.
Wow.
So the terrain is simulated, like the water flows, the sound flows, and so the player can shape the terrain his own way, and then he can populate it with creature, with plant that grows.
Really? You have that level of creation in the sandbox?
Yeah, you can build your own little ecosystem.
Okay, so this is like a full creator, almost a full-blown creator, even down to the terrain.
Yes, terrain, plants, and creature.
And
weather too.
Wow.
If you want rain, you just drop.
So we can do wind, rain. What else? What other elements can we do?
Rain, frost.
Wow. Okay. So we have a lot of creation that we did in this game.
You can see the trees are growing, and you have a nice object.
We have our clouds. This is crazy because, like, I had no idea. What Lord Chahi is telling us is that beyond just a narrative-based game, we also have this sandbox feature, which I had no idea about.
So this is the tornado. So it's.
Wow. There is so much going on.
Okay, so you can have a step back and you have really a good view of the environment.
Oh,
okay.
wow.
He launched maybe a storm now. That's why the weather changed totally. Okay.
The amount of creation in this is amazing.
The terrain, while there is a storm and the water is flooding everywhere, so it will erode the terrain and create real river.
Wow. Okay. We have a full sandbox here. Fully operational sandbox that we are creating. This is pretty immersive. And he's just placing more. Now, did you encounter, like, I mean, there's a lot of things you're able to put on screen. Like, this is very impressive, the sheer amount of things that are happening at the same time with the algorithm.
You mean the number of entities?
Yes.
Yeah, you can have a good bunch of entities. It depends. Some entities are require more CPU, some less. And you see there is a gauge.
Yes.
So when it's full, you reach the maximum.
Got it. That was my next question.
Yeah,
that was my next question. So pretty much, your that green gauge, that is where you can after once you fill that up, then that's your limit as far as more things you can implement into the sandbox.
Excuse me, can you
That's
repeat?
Okay. The green bar, right?
Yeah.
Once that reaches the max.
Oh yes, you have a tool to remove tool, so you can remove an entity, and then the gauge will
like that. Got it. Understand. Now I got it. Wow. This is very, very cool. Very cool. This level of creativity is very, very cool. Lord Gene, how's that sandbox feeling? He's in the zone right now. This is amazing. He's creating. That is amazing. That shot right there.
The whole map is freeze, and so the water freeze, and the animal will
slip.
Yes.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So my question to you, Lord Chahi, what inspired this game?
Nature. The beauty of nature, and just not something far from us, just a bird or a little squirrel which is walking. I'm really fascinated by the diversity of life, how they walk, the diversity of motion, and that's why we focus first on the locomotion.
On the locomotion, yeah.
And aside this, that's interesting. Okay. He transformed the sound into water. You can transform one matter into another.
Into another material.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So what really is touching today is, so there is this wildlife in our real world which is badly treated by humans. But here, this wildlife is inside the big data, and it's really hidden. So it's preserved. There is a kind of interesting meaning with.
There's a message there.
Yeah.
I see the message.
And but there is a connection to the data too. So just a curious combination of, imagine a wildlife that is connected to the data. So you have creatures that eat piece of paper and that are made of origami.
That's awesome, man. This is awesome. So in conclusion, trying to wrap up soon, but the game looks phenomenal. The concept is unique.
Yes.
It's very cool. I love the aspect of nature. I love the aspect of creativity, weather effects, changing the terrain. And then in conjunction with all of this, you have a story mode where pretty much you're learning different parts of the planet and the different moods of the planet. How far are we from Paper Beast possibly releasing on PSVR?
It will be released something between 1 month and 2 months from now.
Oh, we're soon.
Super close.
We're super close. All right. You heard it here first. Paper Beast, PSVR, with the absolute gaming legend himself, Eric Chahi, Lord Eric Chahi, the man who created another one of my childhood favorite games. This is an absolute pleasure to have you in the realm of the Iron Law Podcast.
Thank you very much for coming.
A dream of mine to meet a childhood hero. You heard it here first. Iron Law Podcast, lordsofgaming.net.